So, Tyler, you and me went to high school together. Actually, middle school, high school, and now college together.
Even though we don't see each other, yes.
Yeah, there was one time we did see each other. I was driving by, and we both had basically a panic attack of waves going out.
Yeah.
We were both like, Tyler!
Hey, didn't know I see you.
I kind of know what you're studying. In the field of, in my mind, it's construction, has it to do something with trade. What is it, though, that you are doing in college?
I'm taking general, just skilled trades, so it's like a bunch of different things. The thing I'm probably going to go into is machining, and like vertical mills and lathes, horizontal lathes to be more specific, and CNC. But
so what is a lathe for the mechanics for the non-mechanics out there? And Tyler, friendly reminder on the podcast, always be talking right into that puppy. You don't have to get that close, but you can just be talking into. So when you're working with lathes, I know like the wooden lathe.
Yeah, that's
like
what
you
I was
make a
gonna say.
pen. Is that what you're doing? Like stuff with that? But there's also metal, right?
yeah, it's metal. I'm doing metal stuff.
You're not doing any of the baby wood stuff. You're doing metal stuff.
Please. Wood shop is amazing, but it's just a lot less precise.
Well,
Hey, you don't have to be nice on this podcast. You don't have to be nice to the
Yeah, you
wood
don't
shop.
have to
Screw you!
That's loud.
But you did have what that's funny about the woods is you had the woods class in high school.
Yes. I took that in high school. I made a
But that
table
was a
we have
funny
in our garage.
class.
It was funny because 90% of the time I wasn't actually doing anything. In that class, we were allowed to just take days to not do anything. And since I was so efficient in wood shops, I could take one day to just do it all, and the rest of the semester I could chill.
So basically, you were the top student in workshop.
No, there was someone. There were two students who did more than me, Thomas and Ethan Fineweaver and Thomas Ashmead. They both did more than me.
Yeah, I would say.
But they liked it a lot more than I did. I did it because it was a class, and I liked wood shop. But you give me the chance to just do what I want, I'm gonna take that chance.
So, what is a metal lathe? Because in my mind, a lathe is just the thing that you put wood
I think
on,
it's the
and
same
then
thing. It's just a stronger metal.
is that it?
So a metal lathe is a horizontal one, to be specific. The one that we use is a machine that's about the size of this table we're at right now, and
It's this big. It's that big.
I thought it was this big.
And you take tooling units, you put it into a thing. I can't remember the name of it. But you put it into a tooling unit to put into metal. You either do a turning, which would take the outside and slowly cut it from the outside, and like make it skinnier, or you do facing, which is taking stuff off the end.
And you want to be this role in what? How do you want to apply this to your future job? Like, is it something you want to do your own thing? Is it something you want to work for someone? How are you going to use? Is it just, or in your mind, are you really doing this for fun? And in your, like, really, when it comes down to it, is there something else you'd rather be doing?
Well, the original idea was I was going to be a woodshop teacher, but I didn't want to go far from home to go to college, and I don't have enough money to afford that. So I decided I'll do general trades because I still like trades in general. At the nearest college, it's cheap. I went to a community college, and that's most time where you're going to get trades. And I found out, holy crap, I'm really good at this, and I like it. So I may end up doing it as a job.
So, when you say trades, is there a specific trade?
I just did general ones, so it
Which
gives me a bunch
means
more
all-
options.
Does
Like,
that mean
yeah?
like plumbing, electrician? Those are, in my mind, plumber
those
and
are-
electrician are the
Let's see.
two things.
I have to take machining, blueprints, CNC, electrical, welding, business, because business is also applied technically to trades because, you have to sell things, and engineering. And I believe there is more, but a lot of classes I do have to take are prerequisitions. But I believe there's one more class I do have to take that falls in the category of trade.
So, when you graduate with this degree, would you be able to be like a welder or like basically whatever you want? Or
I mean, the thing is about it is I could just go to the shop and get hired already, even though I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, so it's really just for you to learn, actually? Like, you're
Okay.
actually
An
learning.
associate's degree would allow me to, for one, get better starter pay, And 2, I could probably also get more likely to be hired. Like if someone came in no experience, I came in with 2 years of experience, they're gonna hire me way more likely than the people who don't know what they're doing and need to be taught. And also, not to mention that a lot of places will have you go to school while you work there. So you work 40 hours a week, you work full 8-hour mornings, and then at nighttime you go to class. The thing is, though, you get it paid for. But that means the company is using their money to pay for you to go to school. So if I'm already got my schooling, even though I paid for it and I could technically be a lot easier on me if I didn't, they will want to hire me because they won't have to teach me anything. It's like, all right, get started, let's go.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
They'll probably give me a refresher on how the shop works and stuff, but it's not
but
like
that's
much.
with every job.
That's almost everything. They tell you what you do, what's the work.
Well, so now you're working in, I guess, would you call a pizza, Barnstormers, does that count as a restaurant?
I've never been there. I have no idea.
I know it's small. Like takeout pizzas, does that count as a, I feel like for me that's not
the
a
thing
restaurant.
is you can sit down and eat in there.
So
it's
maybe
just not the thing everyone does.
Yeah,
there's like 12 seats.
Local pizza for the viewers out there. A local pizza, would you say not? It's not a chain. It's a local pizzeria.
It's
I've wanted to say pizzeria for a long time, and now I did it. So you're welcome. But
just in case you don't know, that is cringe.
I'm tying that into, have you ever actually worked in a shop? Because I feel like there could, for me, I see you as, because for those who don't know, Tyler has a YouTube channel at Butter Gaming.
Yes.
And
Butter Gaming YT now that they
Butter
changed
Gaming
YouTube
YT.
system. They changed YouTube system, so that's what you search into YouTube, but it would still be Butter Gaming as the channel name.
And YT, for those of you who don't know, it's just YouTube. So while you're on YouTube, Butter Gaming, YouTube, on YouTube.
That's what you type in the URL to get to it.
Yeah, and that'll come right to his channel. You'll see all these wonderful videos. And also, just a little, quick plug, is we made a parkour video together.
Now that video is worth watching.
That video is definitely
Honestly,
worth watching.
Trust me and go check it out.
Here, and you're going to see it. You might want to press that tag.
Sam has now told himself at the 7-minute mark.
At the 7-minute mark, I've got to add a tag.
To find the tag for that video.
Remember that. Please don't forget that. Because if you forget that, you're going to sound like an idiot and feel like one.
But how I want to tie that in, kind of this whole thing about talking about the pizzeria and working, is, do you feel like there is there's a version of Tyler that wants to be a YouTuber, be a filmmaker, be this whole side, be this creative side, but do you feel like it's kind of being held back? Or do you think that will be crushed by the trades?
The thing is, for me, is my dream job has always been to be a YouTuber. I want to make people laugh through just me being an idiot while playing video games or doing something, just like idiotic, something that people don't normally do without like, oh, let's do this, let's record it.
Like our parkour video?
Yes.
Yeah.
But the thing is I can't start doing that right off the bat because I'm not making any money until even like around probably 10,000 subs before I make any money that's even worth any bit. And even still, machines is worth a lot nowadays with the COVID job opening. Sorry, I said the word. The thing is about it is, if YouTube starts providing me more money than my machine's job, I will say to my job, I found another job that's paying me more. Thank you for letting me work there. And put my 2 weeks in. And then I'll become a full-time YouTuber.
So your goal is to have that as plan B, but your plan A is to still make YouTube videos and still, like, entertain and
like while you're
create
going in the
things.
shop, you're still going to be grinding and working on your channel, right?
I mean, yeah. Definitely, for those who know who I am and have seen my channel, you will see a lot less when I'm out there working because I will have a lot less time to record and edit. And mind you, I record videos. It's about an hour footage or half an hour footage or even multiple clips. So it takes me like 2 hours to get all the clips and put together, like multiple games. And
Well, so Tyler's a gaming YouTuber.
Yeah.
If you're wondering what clips, that's kind of like, clips is just like
clips
your,
as in like
your
15
best
minutes
moments of the game.
I
right?
mean, that would be more of a montage thing, but I don't do that much anymore. It's so low effort and so just like quick views. I don't like that. I like the views, but the rest of it's like, I'd rather not. I'd rather do something original. That's why I come up with challenges and stuff to brand myself. But when I say clips, I mean like 15 minutes of one game, 15 minutes of a different game, 15 minutes of that game. I take like one game, another game, and another game, splice it all into one video. And I try to make, it funny, putting memes and stuff in the background and make it short. So that way it's not like, oh, I've been watching for 10 minutes and there's nothing going on, I'm going to leave. It's like, oh, it's been a 5-minute video. It's all just bunch of funny stuff and you're laughing.
Oh, yeah. And I want to give Tyler a little. I think Tyler does an amazing job of pushing himself to keep moving, which is very hard for a lot of people. And I've seen, especially growing up with you somewhat, even though I feel like there was this time where we knew each other briefly in 7th grade, but weren't really friends.
In fact, I'm pretty sure at the time we were both so immature we didn't like each other.
Yeah,
if
I
I'm
don't
correct.
remember what.
Something happened.
I just remember, I think maybe we sat by each other. It was like first.
We made a
English or
mistake or
something.
something
Are we
like
squashing the beef?
Are we This is squashing the beef right here.
that. The thing is, we had our problems, but
And
he
then
found out I had a YouTube channel.
Yeah, well, everyone would say, I feel like a lot of people made fun of Butter Gaming a lot. And that's from my experience in middle school, was people
wrong.
people would go at Tyler's channel. And I remember watching and dying laughing at, because I think what people didn't understand is, I mean, parts of it were definitely ironic, but parts of it were yourself. But people didn't understand that you are aware that this is funny, right?
Like, the thing is, for all those out there, is, especially those who I know who did make fun of my channel, I'm not mad at you. I know what you're thinking. I mean, the thing is, oh, it's so stupid, it's dumb. But the thing is, it's that way on purpose. It's supposed to distract people away from their day because they see someone else just being an absolute total dumbass. Excuse my language. That's the part.
You're okay.
And they're being stupid, right? And they're like, oh, it's super funny. And it distracts them away from the terrible day, or maybe even worse day. Let's say your girlfriend broke up with you. You got a bad grade in a test. Your mom's mad at you. Whatever it may be. They see a video by a YouTuber they watch it. They forget all about that for the next 15 minutes or maybe even the rest of their day because it just lighten their day up. So those who think that, oh, it's so stupid and dumb, it was that way on purpose. That's not the way I am in real life. I'm a nice, chill guy and I'm funny, but not dumb on purpose in real life unless I'm trying to make someone laugh. I'm the walking, basically, punching bag because I walk around and be an idiot, but it makes my friends and people I know laugh, so it's worth it to me.
Yeah. So your ultimate goal with your channel is just
Well, wait, we don't want to tie. I feel like we're getting into the deep.
Yeah, we're going.
YouTube.
We're
Don't
going deep.
throw out a random easy softball question. We got to keep digging in this. And I think what you're talking about that's a huge thing to say and also be aware of, because a lot of people I don't think are even close to being aware enough to know. Like, even from, I think a lot of questions was at first is, at least for your channel in this example, is, does Tyler know like these parts are funny, or is this just Tyler being himself? And I think those both, like you're saying, those are together. It's not one or the other. It's
I'm
like
not being an
you're
idiot,
doing it
and I'm not
for
actively trying to be funny. It's just
you're not
natural.
doing it to get views on YouTube. It's kind of this big thing of, and it's why when you talk to people and you're trying to see who do you think will really do well or do, and when people start like, oh, I want to make money, I want to do this. I've never heard you say I want to make, like, even when you said you're like, I want to make enough money to have it as my job. Not I want to have a mansion. I want to have a really nice car or anything. Do you feel like you ever get tempted by certain things to get more views on a video? Like you said, your solo videos. Do you think that there will be a time that, and now YouTube more than ever, like the Mr. Beast era, is in your face, welcome back, here's what we're doing. Retention rate is all the way up. Everything is going
kind of like
super
corporate
fast.
even.
Yeah. Do you feel like have you ever been tempted to go into that? I mean, you're on TikTok making promotions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you enjoy making the promotions? Or is it, I mean, they're not really promotions.
It's just me being me.
Yeah, which is still on brand.
It's,
Yeah.
And this is kind of all over the place of a question. But I'm just wondering, and I think we felt this on the YouTube side of trying to be more corporate with what we do with stuff. Do you feel like that will ever pull you in of making videos that get views more than what you want?
The thing is, to me, being corporate and kind of like scripted works in situations that it needs to be. You can't script a gaming video, especially an online gaming video, because it's not something you can control. especially when it's online. Because if you're playing alone, you can mod it, you can do a bunch of different things, and kind of make it the idea like, all right, I'm going to do this, and let's get this going. But even still, when I make my videos, I'm like, all right, what's the challenge? What are the rules for the challenge? What's the game? What kind of, and, you know, also, what am I going to wear? A face cam, no face cam? I'm doing just basic stuff in my head. Some of the videos, like if you've seen my channel, my Dead by Daylight videos, I'm like, okay, me and my friend play together. Like, all right, Rexy, that's his online name, Hayden. I'm going to start recording. No challenge, nothing, just like that, go. And then I come up with it while we're in the loading screen.
So, like, but you also have a side of your YouTube channel where you make, I guess this is more Tyler than Butter Gaming, is you're talking about the films you're going to make, or the film you're making this summer. And I feel like some of those ideas are really, really creative. From a filmmaker, obviously, and even now, I used to be more kind of blindly optimistic about things. Like, oh yeah, that would be really good. Now I've kind of, after finishing my first short film, I've kind of been like, okay, what's possible at this stage? And I think what I see you doing that, and I wonder, does Tyler have more of a passion for movie making as well? And the filmmaker inside of me is like, I think he could pursue that. And seeing this kind of ultra creative mind you have, and kind of mind that can just wander and go in all these different places, that could make some really incredible art, I don't even know, art like things, like in the film world. Does the film world even draw you, or is that just like a fun thing to do in the summer?
The thing is for those who don't know, I have made movies in the past. I made a show even. And we've tried making multiple movies. It didn't get past it didn't even get to the editing stage. I wasn't able to get the files over to my computer because it wasn't on mine device. So we lost everything. But it was whatever. It was the first time doing anything, and we actually did something. The thing is I'd like to get this movie I'm going to make this summer published, yes, because I want to actually try. But the thing is, it really depends on like how hard it is for me to do. Because if I find myself, because I'm going to be in it too, not just directing. If I find myself having a hard time with it and not making it longer than like, you know, a normal YouTube video length, I might just stick with what I'm doing and not even pursue this.
Yeah.
So if it became too hard, you wouldn't even like consider like, all right, maybe it's too much for me to be the director and the actor and filming. You would rather just say, I can't do this. Or would you want to like give jobs to other people?
I mean, I'd want to, but it's really hard, you know, especially with college and having to get a new car.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not even a new car, my own car, and pay for a bunch of different things. It's not the easiest to be able to hire people to do stuff. And when you get your friends, they're always okay with doing it because they're your friends. But especially when a lot of people have, you know, their work, they have school, they have other things. And even during the summer, a lot of people told their bosses, hey, I'm not in school, I can work full time. I mean, I'm going to do that even. And sure, I'd like my relaxed time and to be able to enjoy myself and also to YouTube, but money's important in this world and everything just keeps getting more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is about it is if I'm not in the film, that's one less actor and likely one less actor that I'm not going to be able to replace.
Yeah.
Yeah, because actors are definitely, I mean, even what you're talking about is real, even from a standpoint of someone in the film world that's been doing it for, like I'm starting to grow connections of people I know, like animators, sound designer, people like that you can contact to help build that team. But actors are definitely a tricky thing to find. I think I found the trick, though. It's like going to plays and seeing people perform in a play.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that would be for you, but I think you could consider it. And I think you could find someone that really is looking for something to do. Someone that probably needs that, hey, do you want to come hang out and make a movie with us? Even though it's a smaller scale and even though you're really just doing it for fun. It's not like you're going to make this to try to go win a short film contest, right? Or is it that side?
I mean, the thing is, originally me and my friend had a film channel, and we were going to make a bunch of movies, but the problem is, for one, at the time we did it, we didn't have a transportation method. Mind you, now that I'm old enough, I have a license and a car I can drive, and parents who are willing to spar with the car often to let me go where I need to. rather than like, oh, you need to do this, and we can give you the car. It's like, oh, sure, I don't care as long as you pick me up from work, or as long as you get it to me by this time. And with that being said, the thing is about filmmaking to me is it's fun, yes, but a lot of times I find myself just at a point of like, what do I do? Why am I doing this? This is not fun. This was fun. It's not anymore. I get burnout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a long process from script writing to finishing the actual. Like, do you write scripts or do you just go off your brain?
It's a lot of it is ad-libbed. A lot of we do plan scenes, but we don't plan the dialogue. We just go, and if it's bad or we screw up, and we make bloopers because we're friends. But the thing is, let's say I'm like, all right, this scene, this is gonna happen, and then we just go. We don't script, we just go, because it's a lot easier to know what's going on in the scene because that way it's all genuine. Because it's not like, oh, I'm reading the lines off the script. It's, oh, I'm gonna say this because it would make the scene better.
Mm-hmm.
But
What kind of like films were you going to make when you were doing the film channel?
originally it was gonna be zombie films, horror films, and even a little sometimes comedy, and just also even like a Terminator film we wanted to do. But the thing is about it is we eventually decided, one, with our schedules it wasn't going to work, and when I still have a bunch of channels. I have a channel for one game, I have a channel for Nerf videos, I have that channel, the movie channel, I have a meme channel that's now mine. Go subscribe to Meme Smart. It now belongs to me because my friend stopped. He was the owner, I was the editor. He just gave it to me because I just kept doing videos on my own because he was trying to get stuff out. He stopped giving me ideas because he couldn't come up with anything. So it's mine now. And then I have Butter Gaming. But I have so many channels I run, and only one of them I use, really. And that's my main channel.
What, so this is the YouTube world of Tyler. What is the non-YouTube world? I've seen a video on TikTok of you using a bow staff.
And that is the greatest video of all time, easily.
So
How? What?
Aren't you in the karate world?
Well, a while back, before they closed down, I took a Taekwondo lessons at a dojo. Really more or less just a place you could take it. It wasn't really a dojo as much. It was just a building that had it. And I eventually learned it, and the bow staff stuff was not part of the class. That was stuff I learned on my own.
Self-taught bow
Wow,
staffer.
that's more ambitious than
Does that go before work experience on the resume or after?
The thing is, I always do say when I get interviewed that I am trained.
When you get interviewed?
I say that.
When have you been? Oh, are you interviewed in a job?
Yes,
I was like,
I will sometimes say I do actually know some martial arts training, just so you know. So if anything happens, I can defend myself.
if you
in the
fire
business.
me, I know
Wow.
martial arts.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like,
Don't
now
fire
they
me.
have to
Get
hire
me
you.
a raise. But the real side, that's like more the what do I like outside of video games part. I do post gaming videos on there, but a lot of it's like what if, like I made a recent video VR game called Blade Sorcery. What if for Star Wars Episode 3, because I modded it, got lightsabers, stuff like that, and I did a what if on that. But it's gaming, but it's not just gaming, it's me doing something with it
But
that I
this-
wouldn't do on YouTube.
This is still the YouTube side. You're still tying. I want to know, are you training weekly with your bow staff? Are you training
That's the big
daily with your
question.
bow staff?
I mean, if you've seen my TikTok, which likely you haven't because it's not really public, because of the amount of followers on TikTok versus YouTube is different. 3,000 on TikTok is nothing. 3,000 on YouTube is at least something. So, the thing is, I do train. Yes, I do train my martial arts at least once a week to make sure I don't forget it, so I remember it.
Like, are you doing air jabs?
Yeah.
Are you doing? Do you have?
I
a
mean, yeah, I'm
bag?
practicing the movements, practicing the forms, and I do mess with my staff. I have a sword as well.
Whoa, what kind of sword?
It's just a wooden sword, a wooden training sword, but it will
That's
still
so
bonk
sweet.
someone on the head, though.
So if let's say I'm getting a little criminally, and I want to go rob your house, am I gonna get a bow staff to the gut, a sword to the gut, or a karate chop by Tyler?
I will probably pull out my staff, out of all things.
So
This is a warning to all criminals. Do not break into Tyler's house.
Do not break into his neighborhood.
Oh, no. You're in danger if you walk into his town.
Think about going near Tyler. Is there any... Sorry to cut you off. Is there any funny stories you have about the bow staff or Taekwondo world?
So it really wasn't directly Taekwondo, but my friend of mine named Jacob, who if you've seen the parkour video, was in that. I said that if anyone in our school wanted to fight me, I don't want him to get hurt. I'm not gonna win, but I don't want to get him hurt. Because I know I could potentially hurt someone with what I know. Because I mean, even though I didn't get the black belt because of COVID, I learned some of the stuff I would have gotten from it. So I said one of the, there's a kid at our school named Joey Ciccarello. He's a wrestler. He's in the military actually. God bless. Hope you do good over there. I said if I fought him, he'd win, yes, but I don't want him to get hurt because of what I can do.
Because of your raw
yes,
strength.
and no, the problem is yes, he would tackle me easily, but if I got one proper punch off, if I hit in the right spot, that could I know how to.
If there was a straight
Joey's
stick on the ground,
he's big.
he is big. I've seen.
The thing is, there's a method, a lethal method. I know, just punching perfect angle. Perfect point.
What counts as a lethal method?
Yeah.
I could kill someone in one punch if I hit the right spot, the right time, right strength. But we don't talk about that.
Wait, I want to make this clear. You could kill someone in one punch.
If I hit the right spot and I hit him with the right spot in my hand,
Now,
right spot in their body, and the strength.
You can't.
I don't have the will to do it.
Okay. I'm glad. That's reassuring.
If someone was going to put a gun to my head, no, by all means, you're dead. But I'm dead. But I'm dead.
Here we go.
He's in the kill feed. I'm in the kill feed.
Okay, there's no way you could take someone out in one punch. So you're telling me guns pulled, you hit them and they're dead.
No, I'm convinced you first disarm them. Am I right?
Well, the thing is, if a guy's got a shotgun or like an AR to my head, I'm just gonna put my hands up and say,
What situation are you in?
Yeah,
school shooting, for example.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Or like, just some robber who just got armed weapons because he's, just good at it. But pistols, the way to disarm a pistol, side note, if anyone's watching this, if you have malintent, I hate you, but you grab it by the barrel and you do this.
And
that way, because one, that will hurt their hand, but two, if they fire, straight that way, away from both of us.
What if they just back up and shoot?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, I got my hand on it, and also my other hand. If their pistol's in their right hand, my left hand goes for the pistol. My right hand goes for their other hand.
And when you see someone, do you think you would be scared in this moment, or do you think you'd be like, I know what to do in this situation?
I'm more self-taught when it comes to gun disarming. I learned how to disarm a knife, even if it's up to my neck too.
Oh wow! How does that even?
So you grab it and just pull as hard as you can.
I am convinced that
even
would
if you
cut
cut your
finger.
hand.
Wait,
yes, but
you're
that's the
raising
goal.
your fingers.
The trick to disarm someone with a knife is pull as hard as you
Pull,
can.
you grab because it's either.
And this is
it's
a
either
self-taught
you
or is
die,
this trained?
This was trained.
Okay.
You either die or you cut your hand a little.
No.
Oh, you're saying with your hand?
Yes. No. Don't
Grab there. I thought you're like, all you have to do is grab the guy with the knife, or girl, equality, and pull the knife back slowly.
No. So what
Fast?
you? No. Let's say the guy's doing this to you. You move forward, you're dead. Kind of thing. Because slitting. That's the most
I've watched
proper
Game of Thrones,
method.
I know.
Yes, but you have to, as quickly as possible, grab it and pull. Because
this is intense.
if you don't do that, well, you're dead.
And you would grab a bow staff if someone came at you. Because what can the bow staff really do?
Well,
the thing is, it's got range because it's a long stick. So if I had to, I could use like a baseball bat.
when you walk into a room, are you looking and you're going, this is a weapon I can use. This is the closest thing to a bow staff.
The thing is, I do need to keep an eye on my surroundings. Like, the thing is, I always said that if someone broke into our house, what I do is, they put, like, let's say I'm home alone playing games, guy breaks in the house, like, hey, where's all your money? I'm going to shoot you if you don't give me your money. I'm like, okay, follow me. It's in the garage.
You sound
Wait, are you wanting to...
calm?
Yeah.
Follow me.
This is my address. If anyone wants to rob me.
Yeah,
Wait, wait.
go to 1234 Self Lane.
Let me paint this scene better. Let me be the robber. I come in, bust through the door. Give me your money.
And
I don't know why
but
I'm
here's the
from a
thing,
different
I
country.
would try to stay calm because if I look scared, he'll know that. And that would, because if I look calm, he'll maybe be like, what's he got planned?
You think you would
Yeah.
be calm?
I try my best to stay calm. I may not be calm,
Okay.
but I try my best to look it. Yeah, I wouldn't
Hi.
be shaking. But what I would do is I'd say, go to the garage. And I'd go to the garage and I'd make sure I'm out of view. Because we have a little wall there next to the garage door that blocks off all view for that little like corner of that room. And I'd say, hey, I open the door because that way he hears it. And say, hey, could you come help me? There's a lot of stuff here. And he'll come around the corner and I'll just be like this. Boom. The moment he walks around the corner.
Tyler, what if he just goes, no, I don't want to go to the garage.
No, put it in a
You're home.
bag.
What happens? What's plan B?
Then I get a shotgun.
What?
I get our
What?
shotgun in our house. We have a shotgun.
The karate goes out the window.
Yeah.
He
Get
gets
the
on
gun.
equal
Oh, no, I
playing
would use
grounds.
karate if someone broke in. What's plan B? I'd put a shotgun.
I feel like that should be maybe plan A.
I mean, that's home self-defense 101 as Americans. Use
That-
the gun.
Fair enough.
So, if the behind the wall karate chop to the dome doesn't work, you
Yeah, what if they're
use
just like,
that.
ah?
But plan
The thing
C
is,
is
what I'm gonna
nunchucks.
do is it's not really my plan isn't to down them. My plan is to stop, like
Did you just say down them?
down them. Yes, Fortnite knock. But no,
That's
my
hilarious.
plan isn't to put. My plan isn't to knock them out or to like even kill them.
Down
My
'em.
plan is to My plan
That
is to
works.
stun them, like hit them in the neck, hit them in the eye. So they're like ah, and then I can grab the gun and be like, get the hell out of my house.
I feel like in this situation, you'd go in with supreme confidence.
Oh, and it would just
go
go
to grab the
so
gun,
poorly.
just miss completely, and the guy would just hit you in the head, and you'd fall over. That's how I picture this going, like this. What are you doing in my house? And then you miss, and then he's just like, "What are you doing?" And just hits you. With the... That's how I picture this going. But maybe that's because I haven't
maybe
seen
we
you
have
in
to
action.
try it.
But the
Well,
karate.
the thing is, most of
taekwondo.
my self-defense is self-defense. It's not something I show off.
Yeah.
I'm not even really supposed to be like giving out what I've learned to other
Oh,
people.
so people know.
I mean, I'm not supposed to.
Like I know Tyler
but-
uses type A method defense. I'm gonna hit him with
Type
it.
A
I'm gonna hit him
method.
with the type B combo.
yeah. I mean, I'm not supposed to say what I've learned because it's technically something you keep to yourself. But the thing is, to me, is it's self-defense I know, and I'm not going to tell people everything I know. Like, oh, I learned this. Because if they do, then they'll just like, oh, let me pull out a shotgun. There's no way he's going to get me with that.
Well, I think you should reveal a little bit more on what you would do. I mean, obviously, Sam and I aren't going to reveal our techniques
Yeah,
because
that's a little more
Orange belts, right?
I was actually a green belt.
We were right before brown. We were going to get it, but closed down.
Who's all of you?
My family. All of
Oh.
us learned it.
Oh,
so
so-
oh, not just you. If everyone breaks in, you're all doing Plan A.
No, my parents don't. My parents are just, if someone comes in the house, they're going to get our gun. That's their first thing.
Okay, their plan A is good.
Yeah, their
Your
plan A-
My
B-
plan A is because, like, the thing is, think about it. If you're home alone, someone comes in with a gun and tries to rob you and wants you to show you where the money's at. Here's the thing. Think about it. Are you going to, like, oh, I'm just going to go get the gun because you miss, it's not loaded, or something of the sorts, and there's only one of you, and you miss, or something like that. Sorry, you missed, you suck, L ratio kind of thing. Like, if
you missed L.
yes, L, bam.
That
The thing is, in
hilarious.
that situation, when I'm alone, they won't expect me to fight them with my fists when they have a gun.
Oh yeah, I would not be if I was someone's like coming to the garage. I don't think I'd go in the garage. But that's besides for
The
this
thing
story.
is,
I'll go in the garage.
This is if they're an idiot. If they're stupid and they won't, like, because I'm like, let's say I'm like, oh, there's a lot of stuff. Could you come help me grab it? And I'll even make some noises and, like, to make it sound like I'm grabbing
like
things.
banging.
What
the
is
Yeah.
a lot of stuff?
Yeah,
a lot
wait.
of money, a lot of jewelry, a lot of just like
What's
valuable
in the
items.
garage?
Is your family a criminal family?
Listen, the
Come in our garage,
the
you-
garage is a decoy. I don't know where we keep our stuff. That is just
Yeah,
a
let's-
decoy.
even if we
But
did, let's
most
not-
people when they, I feel like rob. I don't feel like anyone in their house is like, don't go in the money room. that's like a cartoon.
The thing is, yes, don't get me wrong. It's like, why would you bring them to a room? The thing is, with that wall there, when they walk around the corner, there's about an inch gap away from where I'll be standing.
see you peeking.
Oh yeah, they're like he's hiding up against the wall. Like
No.
really?
He's just like, what are you doing?
Oh, my alarm to wake up's going off.
I don't even think that'll pick up.
Yeah, probably not. The
But
thing
Your
is,
alarm to wake up, but you're already awake.
the thing is,
Oh, whoa, you're woke.
because I forgot to turn it off. It's usually when I wake up, but I got up early for this. The thing is,
Thank you.
as you think about it, so the wall, let's say, you see this table? About half of it is how long the wall is, from the door to where the wall ends.
Okay.
But when I say there's an inch gap, I mean, they'll walk around the corner, I'll be in their face already.
What are when you do?
I'm literally picturing that.
When you have a battle cry.
Yeah, what is your battle cry?
Typically just a loud noise. It scares them. It's like, oh, God. And
Can we get a sample of that? Just
hope that wasn't too loud.
It was. No,
oh
but
my
that
gosh,
is
this is
beautiful.
just the most beautiful scenario ever. What happens if the garage door's locked? Now you got plan B.
The thing
What's
is
your
that
next room that you
There's
take them into?
there's no garage door locked. It's locked from the inside. It's not an outside lock. The door. I'm not talking about the garage door, like the open garage door that get into it. I'm talking
No,
about
yeah.
the door from the inside.
What I'm
out.
saying though, Tyler, is yes, I think this is a beautiful strategy. Yes, it would work.
Yeah, this has no flaws.
But what does it look like when you must take them into another room? Think about
First of all, likely if I took them to the wrong room, they'd probably just shoot me on the spot.
it. But this
At least you
scenario,
know.
you
Let's
have
say,
to come
okay,
up. Right now, I'm testing you. What Taekwondo move would fit best? What self-defense would fit best in your? Somehow they're in your bedroom. They break through
Here,
your bedroom.
I got it,
window.
Luke.
My staff's in my
They
bedroom.
know you're butter gaming, and they know you've got your gaming setup in there, and they
So
know,
they're
they
going
go,
for your gaming.
we don't want your money. We don't want your jewelry. We want your gaming setup. Now what's your plan?
Now what
I
happens?
just get a new gaming console.
Oh.
I give
no,
them my PS4.
No, Tyler.
Where's the self-defense?
I
Because
think you
it's
hit 'em
not
with a-
valuable enough for me to care.
No.
It's a great thing, yes, but I was getting a new one, and I'll
No,
just change
Tyler.
my account password and email.
This scenario, you care. How do you deal with it? How do you
Testosterone's
stop someone?
flowing.
This is really so the big pieces for your self defense and Taekwondo to analyze are in your room. You are playing games. You turn your head. You see someone standing there with a gun. What's your next move? You have to act. In
The
this
thing
moment.
is-
Are the headphones like a boomerang, or
I'd probably chuck something I have right next to me at them. And if I chucked it fast enough, they may not be able to shoot in time, or they'll shoot straight in the ceiling. Grab my bow staff, which is right there, and boom.
see, there you go. Like
you do have setups?
you're like, I would probably just lay over. That's not the real Tyler.
Yeah,
The
we
real
know you
Tyler is,
wouldn't.
I'm gonna absolutely smash this guy with my bow staff.
We know that you go like this. You clap your hands together. You get the full
Thunderclap.
gi on. Your belt
Yeah,
is
it's a
tied
Power
perfectly.
Rangers. Power Rangers. What would be your Power Ranger color? This is a important question.
Probably yellow.
That's
Why
what I
yellow?
would say too.
Butter
Oh,
gaming.
Butter
Yep,
game-
yep.
Really wide
That was-
yellow.
Why yellow?
Oh.
Yes, Sam.
Yeah,
Jeez.
butter gaming. Have you had to ever Have you ever been in a Taekwondo one-on-one battle?
A spar.
I mean, technically, yeah, but not really.
So you've
Not
never
legally.
Not like an actual spar, but we did spar as part of our lessons. But it was like, a slow spar
So
to
you've never
get
had
it down.
You've never had action in the real world.
Well, the thing is, most people look at a 6'5", 6'4", 11 guy, and they're like, okay, I'm not gonna f with him because he's tall and he probably knows what he's doing. In that case, I mean, when you see someone tall, you're like, oh, they're tall, they're probably strong. So,
So you're
that's one
relying
thing.
on
I
your
mean,
height to be.
If a guy came up to me and wanted to hurt me, 90% of the time, they don't have a gun on them often unless they're intending to kill or intending to break in somewhere. Normally, if a guy comes up to you, they're going to have a knife at the most.
And where are you getting this information?
Yeah.
Basic just knowledge. I mean, who's going to carry a gun on them in their pocket with them besides a police officer?
You hit him with basic knowledge.
Like,
Oh.
knives are easier to conceal.
True.
And they're also a lot more efficient if they don't see what's going on. Like, if the guy comes up to me with a knife and I don't see it till too late, I'm dead. But if a guy comes up to me with a gun, it's not likely I won't see it.
Well, if they come, okay, guys, slow rolling you with a knife. Hey, man, give me your money. What are you doing?
I mean, then I'd disarm the knife and
What if
probably
they're
put him in a
bigger or
lock.
stronger?
If they're bigger or stronger, then I'd hit him in the eyes. Duh, that's a weak spot. The thing is, the eyes, the neck are weak spots because you're like, or like,
This
Oh
is
my
so.
gosh.
I just love to picture that you can pretty much take out anyone you want.
Yeah.
It technically no,
Great
but
power, great responsibility.
See, I'm not Spider-Man.
You are in a way. You're
No, you're
Butterman.
Batman.
Yeah.
Butterman.
Oh my god.
So
Coming to a film near you.
You've never. Coming to a theater, you mean?
Coming to a theater near
Coming
you.
to a
I'm an
film.
idiot.
What would Okay, so these are all situations of robbing in someone. Would you yourself ever become a robber or a criminal? Or obviously not, because you respect
he's
the law,
Butterman.
right?
No.
No, you've never
Butterman's a
felt
vigilante.
tempted to
No,
be
I'm a good person.
Have you ever done anything borderline illegal?
Speeding?
Ooh.
Tyler, really?
All right, we've got cops on standby. They're gonna come arrest you right now.
Like 5 miles over, though.
Oh.
So it's like casual driving, but it's technically speeding still.
But you've never. What has been one thing from your life that you feel like has been? This was like a moment, and maybe you don't have this moment. This was a moment where you were like, "This was. I kind of feel like a bad boy right now." Has there been something you've done?
What was your bad
Oh
boy
my
moment?
gosh! I guess you could maybe say the wheelchair that we took.
Oh, yeah.
Tell this story for Sam and the viewers.
So, for school in high school, I took a medical class because my original plan was to be a doctor, but I moved past that. I'm like, I still want to learn about it to see if I do still want to go into it or if I should just shove it aside. And part of that class was you had to stay in a wheelchair entirely for one day.
Let me just, before you get into the next point, I walk into the woods room because I'm doing a project with Ethan in the class that Tyler mentioned earlier. And Tyler is just sitting in a wheelchair. And I'm like, Tyler, are you okay? And you're like, whoa, what's up? I'm like, he's just hammering away. He's sitting in his wheelchair.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, what in the world? And you're like, oh, it's from my class. And take over.
The thing is the I just sat in the wheelchair all day. I mean, to use the bathroom, you're allowed to stand up, but to get into it, no. Trust me, it was a bigger pain than you think because the doors, you know, at schools, or they're push doors. They're not like handle doors where you can just handle and like kick it. Basically, if you're forced to sit down, you have to like push it. So I had to find a way to just push the chair through the door, like I'm Joe Swanson or something from Family Guy.
So, but you were in this wheelchair, and we had the idea to go around the school.
The thing is, that day, because as a woodshop
yeah.
class, I'm supposed to stand up,
No, it
I
was
was
like-
able to just relax no matter what.
It was a robotics day, which meant kids were going in and out of classes a lot, which
That
meant we
too.
could go check out, because at our high school, they had the big robotics. They had used the
Was
gym.
it that day?
It was,
I-
because that's why we were like, kids were going in and out. That's why
Mm.
I could leave, and that's why you and me could basically get away.
I'm able to leave and go do what I want in that class because I was already done. But
Oh, that makes sense.
but
I
I'm
just left
but
my
also I
class.
wasn't able to work that day either anyway. And he just wheeled me. He just like, all right, let's go, Tyler. And he just grabbed the chair,
Oh my
and we
gosh.
went from
It was
think
with Rowan Clark too, who will definitely be on this podcast at some point.
I think we went from. He also makes music, by the way. Go check him out. We went from the woodshop room, which is at one end of the school, to the gym at another end, to the math hallway at the other end, back, and we just kept circling.
Oh, it's a pretty big school. And we are going all around the school.
And I mean, mind you, a free hour to do what you want.
Well, people thought I was taking care of Tyler. We weren't revealing
That
that you
is
as a
so
class. So
funny.
I was wheeling. We were going fast. We were playing games. Tyler was vlogging half of it.
I actually didn't make a video. Yes, I'm crippled for a day, guys.
Oh.
That's what I said. That's what I
think there
actually
is a
said.
Short.
Yeah.
But then we got back and got in trouble, or I did.
For leaving class all along. I mean,
Mrs.
assuming
Beam was like, my graphic arts teacher was like, "Where were you?" And I was like, "I was taking care of Tyler." I didn't
and
e-
she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, Mrs. Beam, I'm actually taking care of Tyler. And she just saw you in a wheelchair. I didn't tell her that you were in a class.
That is.
And
And
so-
then the
funny.
next day, she sees me standing. Huh?
Yeah.
What's
She
going on
just
here?
was like, at that point, I was like, I don't know how he got better so fast.
I don't know.
He must have fixed himself. He knows Taekwondo. Wait, do you know any if you get like stabbed, then you take out the guy? Do you know how to heal yourself quickly?
I'm not.
Oh my gosh,
I don't have
Wolverine
sensu
style?
beans. I'm
Wait,
not. I
you don't have what beans?
sensu beans from like Dragon Ball.
What do
Oh.
they
The thing, they heal anyone's physical wounds and restore their energy.
So you don't have something that's
I don't
not
like. The thing
possible in
is
this real
if
world?
let's say I break a bone
How
or
dare
dislocate
you.
someone, I could put it back. But if they stab
Wait.
me, the best thing I can do is bandage it up. Not break a bone.
That
Sorry,
took-
dislocate.
That took such a turn. If I break their bone, I will fix it. I will fix my mistake. Oh my
No, I
God.
said
Wow.
if I dislocate if my arm, like, let's say, gets dislocated, I could try to put it back in place. But like, the thing is about it is, when you get stabbed or you get like a cut, what do? You bandage it up and then you wait for it to heal. That's the best you can really do.
And that's in Taekwondo. Are they ever teaching you, hey, do they say, like, is there a class? All right, class next week is going to be how to deal with cuts and how to deal with knife attacks.
The thing is, not really how to deal with cuts, but just how to deal with defending against it. I mean, common knowledge, like parents, even just sometimes your boss will teach you what you do when you cut yourself. Like, oh, you got to wrap this, do this. And that's the thing, is you'll learn that in life, how to like bandage stuff properly, but you won't learn how to defend yourself properly. That's what the class is, to know how to stop it from happening versus having it happening, hoping for the best and healing and just bandaging it up.
What is your advice for any viewers out there that don't know, and for us, because we're little babies?
Yeah, we don't know
Step
anything.
1 of self-defense is run. If
Yeah.
you can run.
Wow,
Always.
I feel like that has not been the moral of today's story.
I
The
feel
thing
like,
is, I
I
learned-
would disarm
that
him,
was
I
the
would
first
lodge
thing
him in
the thing
eyes.
is, yes, I understand that I've said stuff like that, but mind you, I learned over the course of multiple years
Yeah,
all that.
You're well trained. You're a
But
seasoned professional.
someone who doesn't know what they're doing, your best choice is to get out of there if possible. If not, aim for a weak spot. The groin, the eyes, and the neck. And right here, like under the chest,
Is that
there's
the
a little
one-punch
soft
spot?
spot.
The
Yes.
sternum?
Yes, that's the one spot.
Oh, is that like when Houdini died? Is that where he got hit?
I don't know.
Did you guys know the story of Houdini, how he died?
I do.
Where he had, so I'll tell Tyler then, and for anyone out there, is he would have people punch his stomach
Mm-hmm.
a bunch, and he got pretty worn down. It could take a lot, and then one person hit him right there, and I think it gave him a
It stops
stroke
your
or
heart.
something.
It stops
I
your
think he had a
heart.
heart attack.
Or yeah,
It
so
stops your
attack.
heart. That's what that punch does. If you punch properly, perfect angle, perfect
Is that your
form.
Is that your one punch?
One punch.
It is his one punch.
But the thing is, if you punch with a proper angle, proper stance, proper strength, in the proper spot, it will stop someone's
But you
heart.
don't have the will to do that.
No,
Which is
there's
'cause
no
you're-
reason for me to.
At the end of the day, you're a kind, loving guy.
You don't have the will of kill.
You don't have the kill will. Kill Bill? No, kill. I don't have the will to kill.
No, yeah.
Do you think, has there been something that you feel like you wish people knew about you that doesn't have to, obviously with you, we just covered YouTube, karate, but is there something like you feel like you've always been looked at as this type of person, but really you feel like it's this other way?
Thing is, for those out there who, I mean, in relationships, normal life, everything, for those who are the shy, more quiet, keep to themselves ones, they get looked at as what is wrong with them. Why are they like that? I'm not a shy person. I just keep to myself in public, and a lot of people think I don't care. Because, like, I'm just on my computer, I'm doing my thing, but if you come up and talk to me, I'll engage in a conversation, and I'll actively try my best to make it good.
And you're a very supportive person
Yeah.
too, which I think people don't like. Something I felt is, I mean, in something I feel like this happens a lot, especially in my experience, or people that do get looked at differently or down on are almost zero judgment towards. Like, I feel like you've never judged me for anything. Like, I feel like I could do, like, even today, like, all my family members are everywhere. Like, where we're filming's a mess. Everything was a mess. And I feel like you walked in and were positive and ready to go. Like, you woke up ready to go. Like, I feel like that you deserve a lot of credit. And I think that takes a very special person to be able to say, at any moment, let's go. This is awesome. Let me support. Let me try my best. Because a lot of people, number one, wouldn't even believe in themselves to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So your confidence, obviously.
Oh yeah, your confidence is top tier.
I mean, you did say you
Ladies?
could take someone out. I did say you could take someone out in one punch.
Yeah.
Or you did.
I said I learned the way to do it and say I
But
would.
would never use the forbidden technique. Do you want me
Kill
to use the
technique.
whooshy finger hold on you?
Yeah.
What I pictured every single time he said the one punch, I was like, Kung Fu Panda. That's what I kept thinking of.
But what I want, I guess, and this is kind of just more for me to tell people what I feel like don't see about you is you are a very like loving person, awesome person that people need. I feel like didn't get the shot to know in high school. at least I was in the basketball team, and that the normal stereotypes are the basketball team wouldn't be go talk to someone that plays video games or like that more the gamer.
The thing is about being a video game player is everyone in high school
gamer?
hates
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to hit the gamer.
Here's the thing: is in relationships, I've always been the person who, especially like if my girlfriend perceives like, oh, let's do this, okay, let's do this, okay, where do you want to go eat this? The thing is, I just want to spend time with them, and I'm a little clingy, yes, but I'm clingy at the point where it's like, let's be together, let's have fun, not like stop.
In
what
all
is wrong with you?
relationships or just girlfriend relationship?
Kind of all relationships. I like to hang out with people as much as possible. Like, I mean, the thing is, like, when I'm with my girlfriend, I want to spend as much time with her. I don't have one right now, unfortunately, because no one likes me that way.
That was a little angry there, Tyler.
I don't have one right now.
We know you're at peace. We know you're at peace. Okay.
But and like the thing is I'm a people pleaser. The problem is with this days and age generation, the one I grew up with, early 2000s, is they don't like the people pleaser. They walk all over him.
What do you mean, like the people pleaser? So like,
I'll do what people want just so they're happy. I don't care if I mean, for example, YouTube. I'm an idiot on there to make people happy.
but
I want
you
people
like making you.
But yeah,
yes,
it
but I mean
sounds like-
that's a side
But
plus.
would you? I don't think you're a people please. I think you're an easygoing person. I think people pleaser to me sounds more a negative. People pleaser to me is like someone says dance and you dance. Someone says I don't feel like you're like that.
No,
Like people don't just tell you to do this and you do it.
I guess I'm just I'm easygoing.
You're really easygoing.
I don't. Nothing bothers me as much as others. I'm just like, it's fine. It's all right. I mean, with more of my friends, I'm a lot less. Like with my girlfriend, I can definitely tell you I just don't care. But with my friends, I'm like, well, let's do something we all enjoy.
Yeah. Well, even like I feel like with us, and I feel like we're becoming closer friends by doing more video stuff together, is you understand, or not like you understand, but I guess I'm going to go right back to you do understand that like schedules are insane.
I mean,
finding time to even even to do this podcast, I was like, I just want to hang out with Tyler, get some time. Like even today, like we have work later, like literally no time. Like let's do this in the morning. Let's get this done. Let's just hang out in the morning. And I feel like we need to do more video stuff together. Okay, Tyler, we filmed parkour. What was it like to your first experience being with us filming after we talked about it for a long time? Did you even think we were going to end up filming?
I'm going to be honest with you. For a while there, I thought you were like everyone else in my high school. Like, oh, your channel is so cool, but behind my back, like, what the fuck is wrong with that guy?
And then when we actually
But when we did it, I'm like, oh, no, maybe not. Maybe he's actually a good person.
Hey, wait, and is that
Maybe.
true? Or?
I mean, yes. Don't worry. He does not come and stalk people. But the thing is throughout the time I've been living, a lot of people are nice to you in real life, but when you're right in front of them,
Just kind of fake.
yeah, it's fake. And a lot of times you can tell because they hate you so much, and other times people just outright hate you, and you can tell because they tell it to you. I mean, I've been told by you know who you are.
Call out. Wow.
I don't want to catch your disease you have. I'm like, it's not contagious. It's a food disease I was born with. I don't want to catch it. You can't. Dumbass.
Everyone's just so lost right now.
Okay, for more context,
Yeah.
I was born with a disease that makes it so when I eat something I'm not supposed to eat, my white blood cells attack my esophagus. And it slowly closes it over time. So eventually in the future, I could start choking when I eat.
So is it just like
Oh.
intense like food allergy?
So like I can't have potatoes and dairy anymore because
Okay.
of it. It's
Okay.
something that's called a trigger food. It's like an allergy, but it affects me differently than others.
Okay.
And the thing is but then there's those people who are nice to you. Back to the main point. People who are nice to you in person, but behind your back aren't.
Well, when we even filmed our video, I remember your mom felt like we were at first bullying you.
Yeah, like taking advantage of you.
Mhm.
And we were like, no, we wanted we wanted
the-
to film with Tyler.
Yeah, the thing is, my mom is very protective of you. If you're watching this, Mom, thank you. The thing is when I filmed the video, at first I'm like, okay, they're being as dumb as me. This is fine. They're being me. They're being me. This
Which
is
we
fun.
do that same thing. We act stupid for
Yes.
and for fun.
But the thing
It's
is,
just
you guys
fun.
are a lot more serious in real life, like, just in general than I am. I find myself more relaxed and more just, I'm an idiot.
Oh, but you haven't even seen.
But
Sam and I have some.
but you
we
guys
have-
you guys may be dumb, but like in public, you're pretty.
yeah, in
contained.
public, yeah,
Yeah.
it's more.
And in public, sure, I may be quiet, but when people come up to me that are my friends, I just don't
Yeah.
care what people think about me. The thing is, when you get to a point where you've been bullied so much, everyone at home who has, eventually, when people bully you, it doesn't faze you because you've heard it many times before. I've been told you're an idiot, you're a retard, you're this, that, and I'm like, you can tell me 1,000 times in the face. I've heard it enough. It doesn't faze me anymore.
Which I think that's made you a stronger and better and when you especially being able to tell people, it does feel like it gets better. At some point, does it feel like that, or do you feel like you just get to a point where you almost people just either just stop trying to do it if it's not going to phase you?
For all those who want to know, at the start it's always the worst because you're like, why? And then it moves into whatever, I don't care anymore. But you do care, at least a little, because it does hurt, but you don't act like you care. And eventually you're like, wow, I've been told this many times. It really, dude, it's getting kind of old. It doesn't matter anymore.
So
I've heard
kind
it.
of bottling it up.
It's like, what the hell's wrong with? Yeah, I mean, bottle it up. And around middle school, that's when it all comes out. And then high school, you get a little better. People start to mature. My school was the case the other way around. They started dematuring. Surprisingly, I don't know how that's possible. But the thing is, to me, is I always found being bullied was dumb. And why would you bother bullying the kid who is an easy target? For those who don't know, I actually am on the spectrum. I have a little form of autism that it does affect me in daily life, but I can control it. So I don't look at it at first.
You have a good control.
But that's what explain. I mean, for one, I can't read other people's signals as well, and there's a few things that I don't need to get into detail about that if you know what autism's like, what they are.
So Sam and I work with two kids that do have autism, and we go to Capernaum, which is working with kids with autism, social skills and stuff like that. And I mean, not that this makes us professionals by any means, but saying definitely we've worked with kids that literally can't control anything from all ranges, and even to, and when you first told us while we were doing parkour, but you kind of set it up. We didn't know if this was a dark. We didn't know if it was a dark joke or anything, because you just kind of shouted it out. You just kind of were like, "I have autism," and we're like, "Okay."
We both looked at each other.
We looked at each other. We're
is
like,
he
"What?"
serious or not?
And then you just kind of did your own thing, and we were like, "Is he serious?"
Yeah,
we were like, we couldn't
confused.
tell. We were like,
Did you ask Jacob about it?
Yeah,
I
we were
think,
like,
yeah, yeah.
because I think you walked away to go get something. We were like, "Jacob, is Tyler being serious?" And he's like, "Oh yeah."
We're like,
And we're like, "Oh." We're like, that didn't even. I mean, but it didn't for us. It didn't change
yeah, no.
I mean,
anything.
some
I mean,
people look at disabilities like, wow, that is a disability. Some people look at it like, okay, and?
Well, yeah, I think it's I mean, for us, it's not like, oh, Tyler has a little bit of autism. Looks like we can't hang out with him
Yeah.
anymore. It's not like that at all.
If people who do that, honestly, you have all our senses right to go down to the underplace.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah, that is
anyone.
pretty
I mean, honestly, the kids I work with are my friends too, and it doesn't feel like I enjoy hanging out and working with them. It's not and it's not. I hate saying working with,
Yeah.
and I hate saying caretaker.
Yeah.
We have to use that official term to get in places
I mean,
sometimes.
it's a job thing.
Yeah, but it's I don't want to say. I mean, it's obviously we wouldn't be like we're caretaking Tyler. No.
Yeah, no, we're just
and
hanging
I
out.
mean, I don't think you even qualify. I think you have to have a severe amount.
Yeah, it's very slight.
Yeah, if
It
you can
just
control it.
impairs a little my brain functioning. It doesn't affect any way I act. So,
And
I mean,
that-
if you look at me, I don't look it.
No,
No.
yeah,
I
that's
don't
why
look
we
like
were
I
we
can't
literally were like,
control it.
is he serious?
Yeah, we were very confused.
You thought I was just being
Well, because
dark.
we act
Yeah.
I know you don't see it as much because it's more reserved, but we act pretty stupid.
the same. They act like me, but a lot less often.
Well.
I mean, when Sam and I are just him and I, it's pretty yelling crazy.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you get down to 2 a.m. down here,
Oh,
oh my
yeah.
gosh, there's Disney music playing. We're running around. We've
Yeah.
got this circle called the loop over there.
I think, yeah, it feels like maybe there is something that is messing with our head that we're we literally will just walk around that loop sometimes.
and it just happens.
And
we'll
we're
be,
like, that was fun.
brainstorming ideas and just boom. Out
I
we're in
mean,
the loop.
I pace when I'm thinking. So.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people pay.
Yeah,
to be
and
friends.
maybe I mean it's just being yourselves, being free, and we're fine doing that. But I still, yeah, I mean that makes sense. Did you? Oh, is it something that? I mean, I don't know exactly with autism, and I have 2 cousins that are pretty severely autistic, or just not as much severely autistic,
but just a lot worse than
they're
me.
just not as high functioning and
Yeah.
they're younger. So it's like that's also I've seen pretty much all ranges of the spectrum. And what I want to know is, do you feel like I don't feel like most people know that about you though, right?
The thing is a lot of times you can look at someone and tell what's going on because you just look at them, the way they act. It's like, oh, there's this, there's that. But if you look at me, you just see a normal person because the autism I have impairs my social skills a little. Like I can't, signals don't come back to me automatically with what, let's say I get mad at my mom. We start yelling, we fight. Like, everyone's done that before. And instead of me being like, oh, I know what I did wrong, I can tell based on the way she's acting, I have to actually think about it.
Yeah.
Which is hard
Mm-hmm.
because then, I mean, but you've also now had to learn communication a lot more.
Yeah.
I also was definitely before I started working at my pizza places, it was a lot more reserved.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, on YouTube, no, but
Now
definitely
you've
out in
become-
public.
Yeah, because now you have to be more professional and what are your hours like when you work there? Is it pretty demanding on you?
They know that I have school, so they often, unless I always tell them when I can work and when I'm not able to work.
Oh, okay.
What is your job at Barnstormers?
I make the pizza crust, the dough.
Okay.
I make the dough.
Ooh, so you're a little bit of a chef.
A little bit of a cook.
Yes.
I was like, what is he gonna say?
I don't make the pizza. I don't put the stuff on it. I just make the dough for them to put the stuff on it. And
Has it ruined pizza?
what?
Has it ruined their pizza for you?
The thing is that they do have vegan pizza, so I can have it.
Oh yeah, because no dairy,
No
right?
dairy. I
No
can't have
dairy.
cheese. They have fries there, and that makes me angry. 'Cause I'm like, I can't have potatoes anymore.
Oh, it's your lunch.
When did
Break.
that?
It's dinner time when I start working.
Oh, okay.
When did the switch happen where you couldn't have potatoes and dairy?
So the thing is about, it's called eosinophilic esophagitis for all those out
Wow.
there.
Big word.
Yes.
Wow.
We say EOB. There's some other names. You shorten it down, and it's There's 2 ways it can happen. You can either be born with it, starts right then and there, it doesn't stop the rest of your life, or they're hopefully going to make they're finding medicine that's able to treat it for the first time in a while, and
That
I'm
would be
excited.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Or the way I had it is you get it right when you're born, but about a month in, disappears for the first 10 years of your life.
Whoa.
And then it just shows up. So when I was 10, I could eat stuff. I mean, I would get stomach aches, yes, but like they weren't as severe. It wasn't bad. It's like, oh, I ate something, my stomach hurts. And we got things to help fix it, and it usually did. But if my stomach hurt, it was usually common. And a lot of times it was me being just unhealthy. But
Like, are you eating pretty healthy now?
no. But I feel better.
What is the replacement for those? Like, potatoes is a lot of chips.
So I have something called taro chips
Okay.
and zucchini fries. They taste the exact same of both for the replacements, but they are more expensive. And they're also smaller sizes.
Yeah. I
So,
feel like that's
I am
always.
convinced in my mind, the second they come out with that medicine, you try a fry, you're gonna go.
These are
Those are not.
We're
the
gonna
same.
try. We're gonna try dairy first because when I have potatoes, I get violently ill.
Oh wow.
Like I mean,
What
I'll
is
be.
violently.
I mean, I will feel like I'm getting stabbed in the stomach for about an hour, then I pass out for the rest of the day.
oh my gosh!
Wow.
That's violently ill.
Yes.
Yeah, that
I
is.
was like, stomach ache, a little headache. You're like, no, I pass out.
That's
from pain.
intense.
Yes, and with dairy, it takes around a couple months straight of eating it every single day, and I get nauseous, and I maybe throw up blood.
Okay, so
Oh, wow.
I thought you mentioned something about your throat.
Yeah. So
Close.
what?
So it's not. It's what happens is the white blood cells attack your esophagus, and it bites away at your throat muscles, and they slowly close in.
Okay.
And
Now-
even if it doesn't affect you physically, it's going to affect you in the long run. If you
Okay,
eat
so
something.
it doesn't affect you. Like you don't feel it closing up, but in the long run, it could affect you.
So like,
If I eat anything I can't eat, even if it doesn't affect me then, it will affect me in the long run.
Okay.
So that's why I can't have them. You'd be like, oh, well, if dairy makes you nauseous every couple months, then you can still eat it. No, it's not recommended.
okay, so that's a pretty intense.
Yeah, that's intense.
And it was EOS was
EOE.
EOE. Or
Eosinophilic
It kind of sounds like a good rap line. Yo, like you're just
It's
spitting.
so long.
The thing is I was born with it, but
It went away and now it's back.
it went away. It was back. The thing is
Look
around
who's
10 years old.
back.
I don't know what it was. It was lunchtime. I ate like French fries and a burger, and unlike normal, I got really violently ill, and I'm like, we didn't know what was going on. And eventually, about after an hour, my mom got home. I was feeling better. We had a.
Hour? Shouldn't you be passed out by now?
The thing is, at this time I was younger and had a lot more
Oh, okay.
energy.
Okay,
Now
okay.
I'm tired all the time, so it's easier for me to pass out. And when I say pass out, I mean there was times where I did, because I was just exhausted from being that in pain. It's like, jeez. And the thing is, and then we had a funeral to go to for my great grandpa, rest in peace, that day, and we went and we got Burger King because it was on the way there. I got sick again. We didn't know why. I got better, but because I wasn't feeling good all day, I didn't get to go to the funeral. I stayed back at the hotel. Later that night, I don't know what it was, but I ate something, potatoes, again. I don't remember what it was, and I got sick. My mom's like, all right, we got to drive him home. They drove me home to the hospital, and I mean, I couldn't stay awake. I was trying, I held something up to my mouth to keep me from feeling, to just like comfort. I don't know why. I was like, it was late, like midnight. I was tired. I was 10, so something was up. And by the time I got done being in pain, I couldn't stay, like I would like do this, like, and I dropped something. I'm like, I was that exhausted from that pain. I got to the hospital. They took me to a different one in Grand Rapids, if I'm correct, and they said I had a gallstone or gallbladder problem. And we checked, and we think that after all of it, it was just my disease.
Okay.
And they were wrong.
When you were born, did they know? Okay, so. Oh,
They
wait,
just
then how did
once
they know?
it happened.
The thing
when you
is,
were
nowadays people are more aware of it, but at the
Yeah.
time I was
Okay.
born, it wasn't a common
So
thing.
they're like,
it was
oh,
really rare.
nothing.
Okay,
And
that
then when
makes
it
sense.
happened, they're like, oh, this has been here for a long time.
The
Just-
that
thing
makes
is about
sense.
this disease is it's hereditary, and it's also more
Oh.
common in boys. So since my dad had it, I was almost guaranteed to have it.
Oh, so it's pretty easy, though, to transition with your dad's help.
My sister doesn't have it because she got lucky, and because she got more of my mom's genes than I did. So, that being said, I got it, and I've been living with it now for 9 years straight. So,
And do you feel like this is, like, when you look at people that are, like, gluten-free, are you envious or, like, jealous of that? Or do you
I
feel
can
like,
have it.
So do you feel like potatoes and dairy is a hard switch? Well, for me, I'm not a dairy fan at all.
But
Sam is, but Sam's lactose intolerant,
Yeah, so
which
I
is
get-
like,
You get the.
we really could have just,
Yeah, if we switched that would.
then it would almost be better, because
Oh,
then
yeah.
I could not
Yeah,
eat
you
cheese and
literally
I'd
could
love it.
tell people I can't eat cheese.
But then ice cream.
Yeah.
So that's the one where I'm like, sorry.
I can give up cheese on a burger, but then when that ice cream comes out, I'm going.
Yeah, you know, you've kind of joined my side. You're like, well, you wouldn't always get cheese on a burger too,
Yeah.
I feel like. But even
Well-
you're like, yeah, I'll get no cheese. And I'm like, friends forever.
The thing is about the restrictions is at first I'm like whatever, then I'm like I hate this, and now I'm just like, damn it. Exactly, that's what I say. And the thing is,
Slow.
the thing,
Oh, I turned the audio off. Usually we have put the audio's off on there. I was gonna hit you with the sad trombone.
just do it in post. The thing is potatoes doesn't hurt as bad as the dairy, because I mean, if I worked in a pizza place, it's hard to
Oh yeah,
not
literally
want
around
to
it.
eat it, or to want to eat it but knowing you can't. I mean, there's been times where I've had to wash my hands multiple on occasions just because I'm doing dishes, for
Oh,
example.
and-
So
Is
is it that sensitive?
The thing is, if I touch it, I can't eat anything till I wash my hands.
So for like bread has milk in it.
Some.
Some bread has milk in it. Can you eat like white bread? Okay, so it's very sensitive.
Anything with any amount of dairy, even if it's 1% or even
Wow.
less than a percent, it will affect me. Even if it doesn't affect me physically, it will affect me in the long run. So,
Gotcha.
Now, vegan cheese. This is a topic
mid.
you might not know about. Vegan cheese is the worst. Have you been eating vegan cheese?
for 9 years.
I'm so sorry.
And here's the thing. Some of it, yes, you can tell it's vegan cheese. Some of it you can tell is vegan cheese. It's obvious. But there is vegan cheeses I've had that I can't tell the difference.
Yeah, no, some of like the good brands of vegan cheese taste like cheese, but then some are just horrible.
Yeah, I really don't like the
Yeah.
vegan cheese. I don't like normal cheese.
But back on topic with what we were talking about. When you asked me what was it like filming the parkour video, it was weird at first because I didn't know if you guys were being genuine. Because when you ask girls out and they reject you harshly and don't tell you, and your friends tell you about it, and you try to make friends with people and you find out months after that they were talking crap about you behind your back, you develop trust problems. And when I say that, I'm genuine. I had asked a girl out, and I didn't find out till months later that she didn't even like me for who I was as a person.
She liked you for butter gaming.
No, she didn't like me at all. I mean,
She was
like,
a gold-
whatsoever.
she was a
didn't
gold
like
butter
me.
digger.
A butter digger.
No.
Just
What?
keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Okay. Side note, what? But I didn't know if they were being genuine or if they were just like, oh, we're gonna make him look like an idiot because, it's really easy because I gave it a shot, and it was the first time opening up to someone in a long time for me. And after about the first 50 seconds, I realized, no, this is definitely real. And I had a good time. It was enjoyable and different for me because I'm butter gaming, not butter parkour.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is where we went it had a lot of parkour options, but there were so many kids there.
Oh yeah.
Damn kids, blasted kids, get off my yard.
Yeah, I know. We were at a park and we couldn't even.
But
Yeah,
then we
why
went
are there kids at the park? What the heck?
What the hell? But then we went to a different park that was near my house, and that was also fun. But the problem is the old playground equipment had a lot of parkour aspects to it, but they got rid of it like about a month earlier. The old it was like rusty. It was old, so they got rid of it. But it was super fun and childhood.
How dare they?
It's embarrassing.
I know, right? This is stupid. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's you and Jacob, and I remember at first we were like, "That's the hill scene."
Oh yeah, that was the most.
That's how I knew it was
The what
gonna be a
scene?
beautiful video. We
Look
got
at
up
her
on a hill,
dying.
ran down,
Oh.
and then you
I-
ate it and Jacob ate it.
I tried to. Well, Jacob kind of fell a little, not much. I tried to jump up in the air and do my jump kick properly, and I just started rolling down the hill.
Oh my god!
And
It was.
so
and when they
funny.
introduced us, they used that clip to introduce me. They didn't just Tyler, me standing there was me, Tyler, me rolling on. That's the thing.
Which is hilarious.
It's funny. Yes, it's like poking fun at it, but it's funny.
Yeah.
And the thing is around one of the best scenes I think out of it was the part where I was driving and just
Oh.
singing a song
Oh yeah.
and being
Yourself.
yes for the first time in a long time I felt like I could be myself and it felt good. For those out there who do keep to themselves, I should mention that it does get better as you grow up and open up to the right people. I opened up to the wrong people at the worst possible time, and it closed me in for a long time. In fact, it took me around a couple years to even bother asking a girl out again after the last one because it hurt me so much. So, for all those out there who are just having a bad time, you're going to be the one on top. You're not going to be the bullied for much longer because eventually you'll be more successful than they are.
And I feel like you can actually, because I feel like a lot of people are like, I got bullied, I got this, but I feel like I know you did. I mean, I never saw it happen, but I know when you talk about it, I know it's like a weird, like I never saw anyone up to your face, but I feel like bullying really isn't ever people. Do you feel like people are in your face? Like like I feel like any instances of me getting bullied, which I feel like that's a subject that's like, when you say you're bullied, it's like,
What?
it's like not a funny subject, but like saying the word I got bullied
Yeah.
is kind of a weird, or being like more of like made fun of is kind of a better.
I mean,
word for me to use, I think.
bullied feels more physical. Like, you know, you get
Yeah,
punched
that's
and
true,
crap.
that's
And,
right.
Yeah,
and
that's
that's when
why.
you think of bullies when you, like, because on TV and stuff makes it look like they're
Yeah,
all
but it's
the big
all, it's
schools
usually
are
all
bullied.
mental, I feel like.
But I found out a lot of the times I got bullied were through people getting close to me, acting like they're my friend to just
Okay.
nail me at all at one point. And the thing is about it is throughout, honestly, middle school to high school, I was the odd man out. I was the awkward weirdo who was not like anyone. I wasn't a stereotype, so people looked at me weird. And the thing is, being yourself is the best thing you can do, people say. But for me, it didn't work out until around senior year, where eventually people were actually,
Yeah,
you know,
I feel like
mature
senior
for
year-
once and realized, wow, why were we a jerk to this guy? He's really nice. We shouldn't have been. But even still, there were those moments. Like during junior year, some of the I was online because of COVID and because my grandpa had cancer. So I was at home doing online schooling. I found out from my friend Jacob. I posted a video saying I need a break from YouTube because I had my grandpa it was at the lowest point. He could have not made it, and I was worried about him. I was burned out. I was worried with school. I had a lot of things on my mind, and I found out from my friend Jacob that there was people at my school who said, "Why is his life hard? He just sits back and plays video games." And they were bullying me for making a video saying take a break, and I'm just like, mind my language, and then right here, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't have context to the situation because I didn't want to go into context. I said in the video, I don't want to get into it unless anything happens because then there's a reason for me to get into it, but it's something I want to keep personal. There are things you keep to yourself even if they don't need to be. And when people bully you for trying to get better in a better situation, because like I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, what's up? I'm playing this game, doing all this when life's hitting the fan, like, you know, hitting the wall.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a break and try to at least be in a better mindset.
Yeah.
So when you get bullied for taking a break, I want to absolutely slap the ever-living crap out of people who do that because if they don't understand how hard it is to... You may think, oh, that guy's played video games and does what he wants all day. There's no way his life can be hard. Well, maybe not physically on the outside, but mentally and physically on the inside, it's not easy for him.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, I think that is a good way to almost sum up the end to this and kind of the end of who you are, is that's how you live your life, and that's how you want other people in your same situation or in different situations, whether you are the one going at or the one being gone at.
Bullied?
The target?
Target, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yes.
target. Or being the one bullied going at.
Bullied at going at.
Going in at and who's there. Who's all here and who's out there. The one that's, the target or the one targeting. And I think a lot of people don't know, but now I think a lot of people will know. Tyler is a nice guy. He's
Tyler's
a
a
funny
hero.
guy. And now this is kind of an awesome way for people to see what it's like to be you.
Remember out there is that you may be bullied, you may be talked crap about,
Look him right in the eyes, Tyler. Look
but
him
I
right
can
in
tell
the
you
eyes.
right now, the thing is about it is it gets better, and truth be told, if they're bullying you, they're bullying the one who's creative and they're unoriginal. They're copying someone else.
And that's all.
And
That's
that's
all
all
we
we
got
have
to
to
say.
say.
I can't say anything after that. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to go check out Tyler on all social media platforms, Butter Gaming YT,
Tyler the Goat 115 on Instagram
and
and
TikTok.
Butter
You wanna
Gaming
hit him on
YT
TikTok?
115 on Instagram.
What
Because
about
Butter
TikTok?
Gaming YT was taken, not Instagram, sorry, TikTok.
Okay.
Because Butter Gaming YT and Butter Gaming was taken. Whoever you are, I'm gonna find you.
Thank you guys so much for listening or watching. We will catch you next week, 7 a.m. Saturday morning on the Suka Podcast. Have a good rest of your day.
See you later, Butter Gamers. Peace.